They were to do a community vote tomorrow to remove Black Hand, and you got most of the community to vote yes. What do you think would happen to us?
You think I give a fuck?
I'm just
At this
saying.
point,
I know we've been searching, but what do you think happens?
I mean, they would never leave it with the community to make that decision. And like I said, I'm not even going to entertain that because, frankly, most of these
I think of every
organizations.
possible in outcome or every possible thing that could happen.
What are you talking about?
Like I just think of everything that could possibly happen. I think of every if it were to come down to a community vote, if this were to happen or that were to happen, I think of every negative thing that could possibly happen because that's just how my brain works.
That's fine, but that's never going to happen.
I've seen it happen in other cities.
Right. This isn't
And if
just
you have
another city. That's
every,
literally their
I
motto. Is
get
this
that,
this city's different, and the only person who has the
but
right
when you
to
have every
kick us
single
out of the
org
city
come to the
said they
city or
don't want
come to
to.
our gate,
Yeah, and that was already dealt with. You weren't at the org leader meeting. I've already had a conversation with every org leader out there, whether they're two-faced and they lied, whatever. But I can tell you right now, coming from the big man himself, all that shit that fucking started them coming to our door is done. It is not to be brought back up, and
but
it's
you guys
never going to
said
happen.
they're starting a coalition again and against us, right?
That is what we were told. However, I am also under the impression that that information is outdated because based off the timing of that information, it is all predating the organization, the org meeting. So no, I don't believe that
But
it's
I
still
have
accurate. We're still
myself
preparing.
the other
We're
night when
still
you came to
preparing as
talk
if
to
it's
me.
true.
But the other night when you came to talk to me, I even heard. Fuck, what group was that?
Saints,
Yeah, but who was there talking to them? That freaking motorcycle
the
crew.
Vikings.
I don't know. My
That's what it
depression's
was. It was
starting to
Saints
fuck with
United basically.
my memory right now. Oh yeah, the undead Vikings. I overheard them ever say, "Well, if you guys get the papers."
Oh yeah, no, the MCs still want them to get our papers, but the coalition thing is dead. And I can tell you right now, they'll never get our papers. Right? I don't give a fuck what the Saints think they're gonna do. That's why we're waiting. Is because if they want our papers, then they can come fucking get them. But they'll never fucking make it out alive. They're the last fucking organizations I am worried about coming to us. We're still gonna be prepared because we're not gonna get caught with our pants down. But they're the last people.
I said, you guys are always first. Yeah, I have a thing with Juan, but that's beside the point.
Listen, at the end of the day, the biggest thing here is there was a lot of information that had been kept from the family. All right, whether you feel that way or not, that is the way it's perceived. And we're trying to make you feel welcome, but it goes both ways. All right, you can't. I understand. You have things going on, whatever, but we're not always. You're not always the victim. Like you
All I
can't make
kept
us out to be
was
the
that
bad
we got
guy.
engaged, and that just happened the other day. But every time you guys
Listen,
would ask me who I'm talking to or who calls me, I answer and tell you guys. I've even
what you don't
sent like
understand
the
is you're
memories.
still hanging out with them, and I understand that whatever the reason, whatever it is, you're still hung out with them when you were told not to. Like you're glazing over that clear fact that everyone was told to not hang out with them, to keep your distance because they cannot be trusted. They were there the night you were tortured. They were there. They watched. They were a part of it, and you're hanging out with them like nothing ever happened. Like yes, Juan's not them. Whatever. Juan is them. Juan wears their colors. He wears their suit.
And I've
He wears
discussed
their
that
Damn.
with
badge.
him.
What happened? The
Like
White Widows are
And he
free.
said when he
he
found out, he left.
he left the Saints, and yet he's still with them.
No, he didn't leave the Saints. He left LC's compound when he found out about all that shit.
You know what he could have done if he actually cared? He could have fucking helped you. That's how I view it.
Hang on, don't pull anything out yet.